Self-worth is developed in our youth in several different ways, and it's the responsibility of our parents to validate our actions, feelings, mistakes, and fears in a loving way. Validation can appear in many ways, but let's consider the 5 love languages. Words of affirmation: I love you, I care about you. Gift giving, presents or rewards to show affection. Quality time, spending time together without distractions. Physical affection, hugs or pats on the back. And acts of service, doing something for someone else to show them that you care about them. Many parents impart validation in the form that they like receiving it, assuming that everyone must want the same thing that they do. You got a good mark on your test, so let me buy you an ice cream. And if this is the only way that a caregiver validates for actions and achievements, then this person's brain will develop in such a way that they must achieve very high in order to guarantee themselves love. In other words, they develop an unhealthy sense of self-worth that they're unworthy of love if they're a failure. This trait presents itself in workaholics, people who devote all their energy to their career as an act of love for their family, but also because it's the only way that they'll truly feel loved themselves if they're achieving lots. It's essential for healthy development that parents use many or all forms of love languages to remind their child that they are not loved conditionally. They needed to encourage us to keep trying, to hug us, and to nurture us when we fail. If we take time to analyze how our caregivers reacted and treated us in our most stressful moments, we will find multiple causes of our lack of self-worth. Again, we're not blaming our parents because we can't expect them to have practiced skills that they never learned from their own parents. Our lack of self-worth presents itself anytime we experience shame or our brains go to a fearful place of embarrassment. This picture makes me look bad. I'm too skinny, or I'm too fat. I'm afraid of being seen in the locker room, or I people please for fear of being unliked or boring, all because we believe that these things will make us less worthy of love in the eyes of other people. Love could be just acceptance into a social group and feeling appreciated. There are plenty of judgmental people in the world, and they will judge you. But people with a healthy sense of self-worth are able to easily remind themselves that the opinions of other people don't matter, and that all of us have our own sets of flaws. It can be more difficult when you're attending school because you don't get to choose the people that you spend time around, but as soon as you're finished with high school, you can surround yourself with people who lift you up, and you can just walk away from those who bring you down. Walking away, in person or online, without explanation is one of the most effective strategies for dealing with people who bring conflict into your life. You don't have to explain yourself to them. In fact, they haven't shown you the respect or earned the right to an explanation. Eventually, these people will find themselves alone when everyone around them is tired of putting up with their toxic behavior, and that's the time when they'll start to question themselves as well. It's not your job to make them change their minds because it's probably impossible at this point in time.